Firm and young with a laid-back tone. The aim is to succeed and achieve at 21. Just like Ringling Brothers, our days in a sound. Captivate the mass cause the pose is profound. Do it for the strong, we do it for the meek. Boom it in your, boom it in your, boom it in your Jeep. Or your Honda, or your Beamer, or your Legend, or your Benz. The rave of the town to your foes and your friends. So push it along, trails we blaze. Don't deserve the call, don't deserve the praise. The tranquility will make you up all your fists. Before we put hip-hop on a brand new twist. A brand new twist with a whole heap of stick. So low-key that you properly missed it. But yet it's so loud that it scares it the crowd. When the guy takes the beat, they bowed. So raise up, squire, adjust your attire. We have no time, so follow in the fire. If you're on a foreign path, let me believe. Join in the essence of
well, I woke up incredibly sick, which is my fault and my fault only. But the back of my throat when I woke up this morning felt like they were razors. And every time I swallowed, it was so painful. It's gotten a little better since, but I do need to get some tea, like ginger tea, honey, saltwater gargle, ginger shot would be nice as well. And I'm gonna be obviously working from home today, even though it's a Wednesday. Somebody buzzed my apartment like 5 minutes ago and I'm not expecting any packages and neither is Vinny. And when I buzzed them up, it was like an Uber Eats driver. And he came up and it ended up being food for me, from my boyfriend. He sent me lunch from my favorite place ever because I'm sick. And if you've never heard of it, it's called Springbone. I love getting it in the winter when I'm sick, but they have the most incredible bone broths that they serve in like coffee cups. So you can kind of just like pick one up and carry it around like a coffee. And their immunity bone broth has like ginger and garlic and a bunch of spices and is so nice and warm. It kind of tastes like a soup, but drinking it out of a coffee cup. And it makes me feel so good. But this just made my afternoon. I feel so loved. Oh.
I don't really mind if it's over your head, cause the job of resurrectors is to wake up the dead. So pay attention, it's not hard to decipher. And after the horns, you can check out the phone.
I haven't stepped out all day, but it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful sunset. So I think I'm gonna put on a big jacket and some sweatpants and throw on my Uggs and go for a nice evening walk and get some fresh air and see if that makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, let's go. I got this coat from work. It's a one-of-one sample that my coworkers gave to me when they were cleaning out the closet the other day. And at first I was unconvinced, like when I saw it on the rack, and then I put it on and everyone was like, it fits you like a glove and it looks very Miu Miu. And so I took it. It's so nice out. If you guys want to see a famous landmark, in 2023 I was going out with somebody, and when we finally decided to like end things, that was the corner that we did it at. And then after we like had our chat or whatever, one of us, actually it must have been me, was like, okay, I'll give you a hug, bye, and we like hugged at that corner. Gross. Anyways, in-unit laundry in my new apartment saved my life.
Who's on your Spotify rap? Like, who are your top artists?
My mom uses my Spotify, and so my #1 song is Believe, but you know that one like EDM song by Superflu?
There's always like one artist that I'm like, even if I did listen to them or I do like them, I'm like, how the fuck did you end up there?
Yeah, no, my #1 for like 5 years straight was Drake, and I swear to God.
Same.
But my mom said that was her song of the summer, and I do think she really went through with it.
You can show.
She listened to it 152 times.
Oh my god. My other pop song was like 30 or 40 times.
Because that's how I make tapes. Trying to make hits like it could be mixtapes. You sweat another, I do my own thing. Strictly hardcore tracks, not a jack swing.
It's starting to feel better, by the way, which is very reassuring. But second to last order of business is I want to take a really long, hot everything shower to just like blast my sinuses. Body routine. Nivea, just like regular Nivea body lotion on my entire body. Every single time I take a shower from head to toe. And I love the feeling of being slightly slimy, which is a very hot take. Do that, and then I go in on my arms with the Salt and Stone, Bergamot, and Hinoki. I think it's a body cream, but it's just like this thicker balm. And I don't really use it for moisturizing, it's just for scent. Let me put on my robe and then we can do my hair. Okay, rosemary oil on my scalp. Okay, I use this and then so this stuff smells horrendous and I can take a lot of bad smells, but I use almond oil. Sleeping with it is treacherous because I hate the smell of it and I just like smell it all night. If you oil your hair and you sleep with it, you have to remember to cover your pillowcases with either a new pillowcase or like a t-shirt or something. Otherwise, it's like the easiest way to cause a breakout. So at night, I will use this every single day and it has single-handedly fixed my skin. To say that like this is a $70 to $120 product, depending on where you buy it, and I will continually repurchase for the rest of my life is actually insane from a person that never spends more than $30 on a skincare product. I do 3 steps. Toner first, I put it into my palm, and then this is how she told me to do it, but basically I get it on both my palms and you just pat it into your face. And after that, I go in with Torridon, which I will talk about this a different time. Lastly, I go in with their Dive In lotion. It's like a water lotion, and I'm really generous with this. I don't want to feel this like on top of my skin, just sitting there slowly sinking in. And so I lather this on. I think that my night routine is the reason that my skin got so much better, because that's where like the most repair and the most change happens is when you know, put on your skincare and go to bed. So that's my night routine. I need to go cook now because otherwise I'm gonna be late for my guest. Over the past few years, I've become a soup lady. I love to cook soup. So 1 out of like every 3 dishes will be some form of soup, whether it's chicken noodle or like a creamier soup or curry or some sort of like udon noodle situation. Everything kind of has a soup base, but out of everything that I cook and all the soups that I make, chicken noodle soup will always be my favorite. It is the one soup that I've known how to make for the longest. It's the easiest to make, and I never get sick of it. I do get sick of a lot of the things that I hyperfixate on. This is not one of them. Basically, I put onions, garlic into a pot with a little bit of butter, saute that until they become mushy on like a really, really low flame. Once they get mushy, I add in my carrots, wait until those cook down a little bit, then deglaze the pot with a little bit of broth, let that sit for a second, and then I put in all of my seasoning. So garlic powder, umami, salt, pepper, everything seasoning, not everything but the bagel, everything seasoning, which is like oregano, red chili flakes, like garlic salt, a bunch of other things. Put that in, let that sit. Then I put a ton of broth in, bring that to a boil, let that boil for a while. In a different pan, I cook my chicken because I like to make sure it's fully cooked. And right before it's fully cooked, I take it off the heat. Wait until my soup kind of comes to a boil and is like simmering. Put in my chicken, let that sit for a little bit. Then I put in my noodles last. And then after I put in my noodles and they're almost done cooking, I put in a bunch of kale. And then I just let it sit. And then I take it off the heat and it's ready to serve. Okay, chicken noodle soup was fab. That's what I have left. I ate 2 bowls. He ate 2 bowls. Not the greatest pairing, but I did have a very nice bottle of red wine sitting at home, and so I didn't have that much because I'm sick, but I did. If there's much left, I may have one more sip and throw the rest out. But we enjoyed. We sat 5 feet away so he wouldn't get sick. But I did get a big, long hug on the way out, which was the one exception because I really needed it. And that made me feel better. That's about it. That's all I got. Guys, I want to be so honest. This is actually very hard, but it's been a good challenge. And day 3 out of 25. But the whole fact that like I'm finishing filming this at 9:30 p.m. and now I'm gonna have to spend an hour and a half once I say goodbye editing is like something that I just don't think about. And in any other case, I would just be like, you know what, whatever, I'll edit it tomorrow, but then tomorrow I get busy. And then I'm like, I'll do it the next day, and it just never happens. And that's the literal entire point of me doing this, is to keep myself accountable and get into the routine of just getting my shit done. So, cheers to getting shit done. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, same time. Bye!
If you're on a foreign path, let it be do the lead. Join in the essence of the food I want.